Welcome to another episode of Die Project TinkerCAD CodeBlocks 3D tutorial. Today we're going to make a perfume bottle out of TinkerCAD. So for making a perfume bottle, I'm going to rename my project. After this, I'm going to create a new object. So I'm taking one new object. Below that, I'm going to shapes and taking two boxes out of it. So for my first box, I'm setting the properties as width as 40 units, length will be 20 and height will be 40. For the second box which I have created, the properties will be 20 cross 20 cross 20. After making this, I'm going to modifications, going to use and move. I'm moving my second box in z-axis at a height of 30 units. After doing this, I'm going to my shapes, taking a wedge. My wedge won't have any modifying properties in that, so I have to do it on my own. Before doing that, I'm going to rotate it in z-axis by minus 90 degree, which is 270 degrees. After this, I'm going to use my scale to modify the size of it. In scale, I'm changing the x-axis by 0.5 and z and y will remain the same. After this, I'm going to move this x-axis by 15 units and in z-axis by 30 units. After doing this, I'm going to create a copy of it and I'm going to rotate it in z-axis by 180 degrees. I'm going to move it in x-axis by minus 30 units, which means I have created a copy of this object which is 15 units away from the center point. So if I'm moving it minus 15, it will come to the center point. After that, I have to move it another 15 units in the negative side. So I am totally moving it for minus 30 units from the object where it is on the last point. After this, I'm going to take a cone from the shapes. So for my cone, I'm changing the properties of it. The top radius will be 20 and the bottom radius will be 22. The height will be the same and I'm going to move and rotate it. For moving and rotation, I'm going to modification. I'm taking a move, changing its value in z-axis by 40 units and rotating it in z-axis by 90 degrees. So until this, I have created something like this. I'm increasing the speed of the process. So the bottle to look more better, I'm going to change the size of the cone to 6. Going to change the color of all the object I have created. I'm using lime yellow here. So I will get something like this. After doing this, I'm going to my shapes once again. I'm taking two boxes and I'm going to modify the two boxes separately. So I'm going for a modification, taking a move, adding it to both of my objects. I'm going to change the properties of my objects. So the property of my object will be width will be 25, length will be 20 and height will be 35. My second box, the properties will be the same. It will be 25 cross 20 cross 35 and I'm changing the edges value to 3. After doing this, I'm going to move it in y-axis by 19 units and minus 19 units. After doing this, I'm going to change this object as a whole. So this will create a transparent object that will take out the unwanted parts from my visible object. So my bottle will look something like this. After doing this, I'm going to create one group out of it. Then I'm going to use the text from the shapes. So my text will be like this. I'm setting the same color which I used for the bottle. Then I'm changing the text to I'm setting the height of my text to 2. The edges will be 0, edge steps will be 0, and the version will be 3. After doing this, I'm going to move and rotate, and also going to use a scale. So I am moving it, rotating it, changing the size by using scale. I am moving it in y-axis by minus 10 units, and I am rotating it in x-axis by 90 degrees. I am going to scale it as 0.2 in x, 0.2 in y, and 0.2 in z. After this, I am going to create a complete object. So my final product will be look something like this. So I feel the size of the perfume can be little bit smaller, so I'm reducing the size of my scale in x-axis. I'm changing it to 0.15. So that's all, my perfume bottle is created. If you like the video, press the like button, put your feedback in comment box, share the video. Let's see you in next video.